Hello and welcome. Let's learn how to bake pecan sugar cookies. Please preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius and let's get started. In a small bowl, we're going to add 1.5 cups of flour, that's 225 grams, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, that's 6 grams, and a quarter teaspoon of salt, 1.25 grams. You want to mix this until it's well combined and then just set it aside. It doesn't take long at all, maybe about 2 to 3 seconds, 30 if you're feeling generous. In a larger bowl, we have a half a cup of softened butter, that's 113 grams or 1 stick. To that, we're going to add a cup of sugar or 200 grams. We're using white sugar here, but you can use any type you like. Beat it until it's nice and smooth and creamy, and then we're going to add in some vanilla, and we want to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla, that's 5 milliliters. Next, add in 1 large egg or 50 grams. And then we're going to beat this together until it's nice and smooth and creamy. At first it'll start to curdle, but then it will come together and it should look like this in the end. Then we're going to take our flour mixture from earlier and we're going to mix it in. And you want to mix this in on a very low speed and until it just starts to come together. You do not want to overmix this. If you wanted to, you could mix this by hand so you get a really tender cookie. Now at this point, we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of chopped pecans, that's 85 grams, and we're going to stop using our mixer and we're going to move on to a spatula or a spoon. And you're just going to fold it together until it's nice and well combined, like this. You want to put this on an ungreased baking sheet, and I like to use one of these tablespoon cookie scoops. They are worth their money if you're going to bake a lot of cookies. They just save you a lot of time, effort, and you get uniform cookies, and they just always look really pretty when they come out. You want to bake this anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes or until they come out golden brown on the edges and they look like this. You want to leave them on the rack for 2 to 3 minutes before you remove them. You don't want to leave them too long, however, because they will start to stick. If you're having problems with sticking, you can always use parchment paper or you can use a non-stick surface. To remove them, you want to make a really quick movement so that they don't stick too much. See how they are starting to stick to the pan? I waited a little bit too long, but if you give them a little bit of forceful nudge, you can get them back off the pan. But if you wait any longer than that, they're going to stick completely. Let's look at one of these cookies up close. Don't they look absolutely fabulous? They are just so tender on the inside, but they're still crunchy on the outside, and they are just amazing to eat. These are one of my favorite cookies that you can enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Here are your ingredients if you want to follow along. Thank you for visiting us, jacksonsjob.com, and as always, happy baking.